We are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a good effort on a return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 10 carries, 53 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Young from the shotgun. Complete to Washington. Second down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 on the Seahawks 14-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Well, some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. In motion right is Pittman. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Walker with another carry. And he stopped immediately there. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Straight ahead, Walker. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Josh Reynolds with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to hit his target early. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available.
Derek Stingley picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Rams offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Young to throw it. They'll find Metcalf. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now Young. And his throw is incomplete. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darnell Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the Rams might have it, and they do have it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Young. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington.
Young's pass complete to Darnell Washington. A gain of 9 brings up second down.
Young. This is caught. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
Young takes it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Off it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darnell Washington with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 22 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
A 6-yard pickup.
So now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This 2nd and 4. Darnold. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
14 yards. That's good for a Seahawks.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it to about the 40. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Now a 2nd and 6 as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Darnold. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards.
Darnold down to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
5 yards. It's now 4th down and
they run. It's Kamara. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
gain on the play. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Darnold. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the Rams' 20-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Kamara trying again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Now it's Darnold. And the catch right side by Evans. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Rams offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. In motion left goes Reynolds. It's Young off play action. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Rams first down.
A give for Walker running right. They juked him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And motioning left, that's Pittman. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Young to throw it. And it is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Josh Reynolds with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A nice little juke. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long. Right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing the last time out they scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
First down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Here's Darnold. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw, Darnold. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Throwing, Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. In motion right is Pittman. 3rd down, Young from the gun. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara dances by him. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, we often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw is Darnold. Throw left side complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it looks like the Rams might have it, and they do have it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, It's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and long.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down and 10. To throw, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this out past the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense falls asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That's another Rams first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 2nd and 9. In motion right is Pittman.
Up second and 9.
Here is Young. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout
That's a gain of 5.
as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Young. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
At their own 3-yard
Here's the
line.
Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So the ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seahawks offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here, could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Young. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Young now. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Young off the bootleg. And he's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Washington. A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now receiver in motion left. Walker is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. This is caught by Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Young will set to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Young. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
Young to throw it. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now.
It's
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Rodgers to return it.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
16 yards. And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
That's good for a Seahawks.
Darnold from the gun.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Alvin Kamara with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now down to 20. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10.
A play fake. Now Young. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing. Young. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Here's second and 3.
Complete to number 4, DK Metcalf. A 7-yard pickup.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for our Rams.
Off the play fake, Young. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Andrew Billings, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Here's Young from the shotgun. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw, Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 4-yard line.
Faking the give, Darnold. He finds his target, it's Evans.
Down the right sideline. Mike Evans.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point up and through. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Seahawks 21.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
To throw, Young.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Young to throw it.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Young. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Working to put a drive together. Now Darnold.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's Darnold.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and they're the scramble for the 1st.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here again?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The 44-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, Young. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 on the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
Give to Walker on the read option. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Young to throw it this time. He'll get this one to Pittman. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
On the give, it's Walker. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after him.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 40.
To throw is Darnold. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Young. And he's into the hands of Reynolds. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a good run here as they rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now Young.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 31. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for LA, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a tough blow to their play. Aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold to be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First down, Green Bay.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 50-yard line.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson caught left side by Mechie. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run for the first time with Bruce Hall. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hall. He will push his way down to about the 14. Henry Toro there on the tackle. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the Bears' 14-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously... And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the draw, it's Hall. Pushing through the contact. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Brings up second and 2 at the 8-yard line.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And the Packers are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Packers first down. First and
Jackson now. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bears nothing.
5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play fake. Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Bears first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
2nd down and 4.
At the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And the Bears first down.
And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alan Lazard, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears are back within a score. The quarterback stayed in the pocket. He got licked for it, but it paid off. Touchdown.
Talk about a true strength throw. People wrapped around him, taking a hit, and still has the ability to get it downfield for a touchdown pass. Phenomenal.
No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packers offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. Now Hall to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Jackson. He gets that one complete to Wicks. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Here's Jackson. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And Lazard's got it again. Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out, because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. On his loop for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They go play action with Jackson. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
play action. It's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. In motion, the tight end. Now Jackson. Right side complete to Mechie. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. And Jackson throwing once more. Repeated the last play, going to Mechie here. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That's good for the Packers.
Here's Jackson to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
Jackson's pass.
Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Mechie, the man in motion.
the 12-yard line.
A give running right is Hall. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Breece Hall. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, nice move. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. A short throw to Ingram. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mayfield.
42-yard line.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Bourne able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
He's across midfield.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The Bears at 4 and 10 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 26.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Alec Pierce, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets this complete to Shaheed. 3rd and 12.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bears take over. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And the Bears, first down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
Mayfield now. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he goes out right around the 39.
Terry McLaurin. That's a gain of 8.
Mayfield with it once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Mayfield. And he is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Mayfield. That's complete to Pierce. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. To throw, Mayfield. Here's Higgins out on the right side. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would say, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
He gets that one complete to Wicks. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they have...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's third down. Throwing is Jackson. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A 53-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will tie us at 24 all.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Chicago offense set to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
Mayfield to throw it. Open net, it's complete to Higgins. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for the Bears. 1st down.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. Fights off the defender. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And this defense now ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Luke now for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. A 10-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. Caught left side by Mechie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Hall.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, Jackson. It is caught by Shaheed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Packers.
Mechie, the man in motion.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Give to Hall running right. Down at the 35. It'll be second down. These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
That's complete to Wicks.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18.
17 yards.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
At the 12-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Fights through and now a crease. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mayfield.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers' 23-yard line.
Mayfield down. Able to find Higgins. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Bears first down.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Mayfield looks to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Alec Pierce with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. On his loop for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Jackson will keep it. And he's going to have a Packers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
2 yards on the play.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson now. Throwing into traffic there, and it's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
First down, Packers.
Paul on a give up the middle. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
Algier now up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson from the shotgun. Right side complete to Mechie. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Packers first down. It's a gain of 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he rifles one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
Mayfield now from the 50. A short throw to Ingram. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Outright looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And the Bears first down.
Throwing, Mayfield. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Lazard with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Luke now for the extra point. will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Gets past one man. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Here's 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
They go play action with Jackson. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Jackson, options out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets pop free.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead, but whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. How about this stat? A perfect 9 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Gets this complete to Shaheed. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He'll try to pick it up himself. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Throwing. Jackson. Finding Schultz. Here comes second down and 5. Jackson. That's caught again by Schultz. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
First down. A gain of 7.
Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
He's into space past the 25. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
Mayfield. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are already in field goal range. Let's see how they want to play this, Charles.
And I have a feeling I know how they want to play this already. Run the football to the hash mark that works best for their kicker. They already have the field goal unit lined up, ready to run out there and go get it done. They practice this. They understand the situation. And with that amount of time, they can do it.
Let's see how they carry it over into the game.
A 44-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Baker. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Packers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.